Okay, so I'm so happy that you all joined, though we had a different time slot because the SPC was playing a lot of tricks with us. Okay, so you all can see me. You can all can see the slides, right?
Yes.
Yes, okay. If at all,
Why is it very small on my screen?
okay. Okay, if at all we feel that the call is getting disrupted, then I might just switch off the okay. Jagannath, Hare Krishna.
You can't see
Jai, Akshita.
You can't see the sides.
You can't see the slides?
No, it's still loading. No.
No, Ashutosh, you won't be able. Yeah, Ashutosh, you come here.
Mataji,
You can see it on the. Yes?
we can see the slides.
Yes, yes. My phone is a problem. Switch off from there.
Oh, okay.
My phone is a problem. I can't see slides there.
Why? Oh, whoopsies.
Okay, so we'll start with our prayers. Everybody together. Om Namaste Saraswati Gauravani Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Asyatyadeshatari Prabhu Nivasadi Govinda Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Okay, I'm so happy that you all had joined for chanting, and you all kids are really wonderfully chanting. I'm so happy that you could join for chanting. Okay, so we'll go with our verses. So I think today, yes.
See the verse.
Yeah, we'll say it. We all will say it together because there might be some people who have joined later and they do not know the verse. So we'll start with that, okay? So everybody can repeat. Brahma Bhuvana Loka Avatino Arjuna Mamupatyatu Punarjanma na vidyate Abrahma Bhuvana Loka Punaravatino Arjuna Mamupatyatu Punarjanma na vidyate
Okay, all the kids can switch off the video because it results in too much space and echo. We won't be able to retrieve the recording. So please switch off video.
I also switch off the video?
No, you can keep it. We don't want multiple videos at this time. You can keep it.
Okay, so others can switch off.
Yeah. Thank you, because it holds a lot of space. That's why we are requesting.
Yes. Okay. So now, sir, two of you can say the translation. Ramachandra and Arav, can you go with the translation?
Okay, Mataji. From the highest planet in the material world down to the lowest, all are all are places of misery, wherein repeated birth and death take place. But one who attains to my abode, O son of Kunti, never takes birth again.
Okay, Arav, could you also say it together with him, or did you not say?
Mataji?
Arav, do you want to repeat the translation?
Yes, Mataji.
Yes, please go ahead.
From in the material world down to the lowest, all are places of misery wherein repeated birth and death take place. But one who attains to my abode never takes birth again.
Yes, okay. So now what is again last week also we had, yes, who is it?
Balaram.
Balaram, you want to say the translation?
Jai.
Okay, go ahead. Balaram and Jai, both you can together say.
From the highest planet in the material world down to the lowest planet, all are places of misery wherein repeated birth and death take place. But one who attains to my abode, O son of Kunti, never takes birth again. Akshita, Nandini, Akshita.
Okay, Akshita, Nandini, you both can do it. Then we'll move to the next part. Okay. Go ahead,
planet in the down to the lowest world, down to the lowest are all places of misery, where repeated birth and death take place. But one who attains my abode, O son of Kunti, never takes birth again.
Very good. That means in any planet you are, what is it? Because we have taken birth, so death is unavoidable, right? So you will have birth, you will have death, there will be diseases, there will be material discomfort. Now we see all this virus thing going on. There are so many miseries, right? Is it fun to stay at home?
No.
No, but when you have so many good craft activities with all your teachers,
yeah, that's fun.
Yes, you're getting time to spend with your parents.
Mataji?
Yes?
In the material world, there are four discomforts, I should say, like birth, death, old age, and disease. They're all present in the material world.
Yes, they're all present in the material world, and you cannot avoid them, right? And you only can avoid them if you are into the loving service of the Lord, and then you get out of this material world, and then you attain the abode of Lord Krishna. Okay, that is the only and only way by which you can get out of this material world, by devotional service, last time as we said, and then you can go to the Lord. And this is so you can hear me properly. So this is what Lord Shri Krishna is instructing Arjuna. Now can somebody unmute and tell me why is Lord Shri Krishna instructing Arjuna?
Because Arjuna denied to fight.
Yeah. Okay. Arjuna denied to fight. What else?
Arjuna was lamenting.
Because Arjuna is Krishna's friend.
Yes, very good. A little bit more closer. Something more.
Arjuna was lamenting.
Wanted to.
Lamented, yes. He lamented. He did not want to fight. And then what did he do? Did he say, no, okay, Krishna...
That's about Gita.
Yeah, but did he say, you know what, Krishna, I know everything now. That's it.
He was humble.
Then what did he say?
No, he listened. He surrendered unto Krishna.
Very good. Who is this who said surrender?
Nandini.
Nandini. I know you all know this word, but only like getting at the right time, right word, it gets a bit difficult. So he surrendered. Okay. Remember, when somebody asks you for advice and then you are listening, then it makes a lot of sense. Sometimes it happens that parents are telling you, but don't listen. But you are really into some problem, and then when you listen to your parents, that becomes very, very important. Okay? That advice becomes very, very important for everyone. So, what did Arjuna say? That I am tired now, I cannot think properly, I am bewildered and my mind is not thinking in a proper way. Now please instruct me. This is what Arjuna said. And that is the reason Lord Krishna could guide Arjuna. Okay? So this is very important, that the Lord only when you have the true will, only then the Lord will come and talk to you. Remember always that. You cannot just be away from the Lord and then expect, what, Lord is just going to come. He is going to, it is His need that I need to go to go to His abode. Lord is not in the need. It is we who are in need of Him. Right? When we offer bhoga, to the Lord, do you feel that if you do not offer bhoga to the Lord is going to be hungry someday? No, He has given us everything. So He does not need anything from us. So it is our need that we need to be out of this misery. And the Lord really, really, really wants us back. Okay? So this is what the Lord is instructing Arjuna. And it is not only Arjuna's instruction, it is all the instruction for all of us. So that we do not get entangled into this, I have such a nice house, I have such a nice face, I have such a nice people around me, now I want to come and stay over here. Suppose if you ask a person who is in prison, if the prison is very nicely decorated, will the person who is in jail still want to be in the jail for all his life? No, he will not want to live in the jail for all his life, right? Because when he is in a jail, it is going to be somewhere that he does not have his freedom. So you always have to remember that we need to get free from this material world, okay? So as we go every day, we'll be explaining these verses and asking for your understanding as well. So now we will go to the next verse. Okay, everybody can unmute and then repeat after me. Antavatu phalam tesham tadbhavatya alpamedhasham devan deva yajoyanti madbhakyayanti mamapi Antavatu phalam tesham tadbhavatya alpamedhasham devan deva yajoyanti madbhakyayanti mamapi. Okay, so Akshita and Srilakshya, you are there. Can you read the translation?
Men of small intelligence worship the demigods, and their fruits are limited and temporary. Those who worship the demigods go to the planet of the demigods, but my devotees ultimately reach my supreme planet.
Okay. Who else is this?
Yes. Krishna, Nandini, Ramchandra.
Somebody else also to take. Prathamesh, did you read? I think Prathamesh is done. Okay, Ashutosh and Shreyash, you can read.
Intelligence worship the demigods, and their fruits are limited and temporary. Those who worship the demigods go to the planets of the demigods, but my devotees ultimately reach my supreme planet.
Any else? Two of them are there who want to read the verse? I just want somebody else to read the second verse now.
May I read the second verse?
Okay, I will go ahead, and then after that would be Prathamesh.
Antavatu phalam tesham tadbhavati alpamedhasham devam devaya yoyanti madbhaktayanti mamapi.
Okay, Chinmay, can you read? Chinmay and Jagannath?
Yes, Mataji.
Yes, please read the translation.
Men of small intelligence are limited and temporary. Those who worship demigods, but my devotees
Okay. Thank you.
Prathamesh.
Yeah, Prathamesh, go ahead. And then we'll move to the next part.
May Shlokam or the translation Mataji?
Anything which you want, Prathamesh.
Okay. Antavat phalam tesham tadbhaktya alphamedasham devan deva yajo yanti madbhakta yanti mamapi.
Very good. Okay. We'll move to the next part, Balram, or Balram read the translation and then we'll move to the next part.
Man of small intelligence worship the demigod and therefore implemented and temporally temporarily those who worship the demigod and the demigod what ultimately
Very good. So that means is it important to be the devotees of the Lord? Is it important to be the devotee of Lord?
Yes.
Yes. Right? It is important because then we have, suppose if I tell you, you know what, like, you know the example of the tree. Then we need to get fruits from the tree. Do I take a hose or do I take a pipe and put up water to all the fruits and all the leaves which are there on the tree so that I can get nice fruits to eat? Or I go and pour water at the root of the tree? What would be the intelligent thing to do?
water at the root
Water at the
tree. The root of the tree.
But why the root of the tree?
Because that's the main source.
The root of the tree because that's the main source.
What does it mean by main source?
It gives things to
The root sucks up the water and
it gives the main part.
and it makes the water go inside the plant. The root
Very good, Suraj. Very good, everybody. Okay. So that is the reason we do it, right? So the same way, all the other demigods which are there, I can worship them, no problem. Lord Krishna is the same. If you want to worship them, you can worship them. What do? Pray to Lord Mother Lakshmi. Please give me, please stay in my house. Please let me prosper. Please mute yourself. So that for every demigod we will have different things to ask for, right? But if everything is going to be satisfied, if I am going to serve Lord Krishna, do I really need to go and ask each and every demigod? Each and every demigod, what is he doing? If I ask Mother Lakshmi, she is going to take it from Lord Narayan, from Lord Krishna. If I ask for some boon to whom? Lord Shiva, he also worships Lord Krishna. That means these all are going to take something from somebody else. Suppose, I give you an example, okay? Your brother and your sister, they have some sweets with them, okay? They have only one sweet. And you ask them, you know what, I want 2 or 3 sweets. So that you are happy, what they will say, okay, you know what, you wait over here, I'll get the sweets and come. And they will go to your mom and they will ask her, you know what, he's asking, my younger brother is asking sweets, but he's not coming directly to you. So please, can you give me some sweets and then I will give it to him. Then your brother will get some sweets and he'd give it to you. Then you go to your sister. And then you say, you know what, I want some more of candies or I want some more prasadam. What she will say, you know what, I do not have some, but I will go and get it from my mom. So she goes and she gets from their mom. That means if you would have directly gone to your mom, she would have directly given it to you, right? You do not need to go via your brother or through your sister. So like that, all these other demigods are just the branches. They are ultimately going to take all the important sources from the Supreme Personality of Godhead, that is Lord Krishna. Okay? So that is the reason I should be more intelligent. Should I really go and eat it in this way? Turn my hand around and then eat it? Or should I directly put my hand in my mouth and then eat? I can directly go to the Lord and ask for food and he will give me, instead of going through all different ways. So that is called as intelligence in my worship. okay, or working with intelligence. So that was our this verse. Now we are going to a very, very fantastic topic. I'm really interested about this topic. How many of you are interested about this life on other planets? Are you curious?
Jagannath is.
Yes.
Yes. Nandini is.
So you,
Jagannath is. Govinda is. Nandini is.
so do you all think that there are other human beings on the other planets also?
I don't know.
Yes.
Maybe. Maybe.
Okay.
I don't think there is.
Is more.
No.
Okay. Some of you feel that there is no. Okay. That's okay. Perfectly okay. We just try to find more about it. Okay. Everybody can have their own view, so it is perfectly okay. Now in this following chapter, we
मैं
are
ये टीवी का वो पैर कर रही थी और फिर हो गया.
okay. So what we are going to see now in this following chapter is there are going to be some of them who are going to explain their extraterrestrial experiences, okay, or extraplanetary experiences it can be called as. What is extraplanetary experiences? That means experiences which are way beyond my thinking. That means which have happened not from this world. It is something from other world, okay? So it can be also called as extraplanetary experiences. From other planets, when I see people coming or when I see some beings from other planets, they can be called as extraterrestrial beings, okay? And extraterrestrial means what? Now, see, what I can do is I can just go to the gas and I can put the knob and the flame comes up, right? If a person from the very ancient time would have come and you would have seen that, you would have said, oh wow, this is a magic, right? But I know that's science, isn't it? So there are some things which I do are because of science, and things which I do not know, I feel they are magic. I feel, oh wow, this is such a beautiful power this person has. But everything has a science related to it. The only difference is that I do not know that science. In our Ayurveda or in our yoga, okay, the ancient, our Rishi and Munis who were there, they were so powerful in their yogic or in their mystic powers. They were so powerful that they could do all different kinds of things. Now the best example is that, you know, there is a constellation of stars. Constellation of stars is what? How stars are placed in the sky. Okay, there is a position. So what did the scientists do? The scientists take the telescope, they find about it, and then they see for a longer time how the constellation is and how it is moving, and then they explain it. But so it was seen that the constellation of the stars was explained by some scientists. But if we see in our scriptures, it is seen that these rishis and these munis, they have a perfect maths which they have explained to us. Okay, how many kilometers, how many yonis, and how many, everything is been explained. So now they did not have the telescopes, they did not have anything to do with. So how did they find out? What can you guess? How did they know exactly what we know right now?
Prayers.
By the prayers. Yeah, but how did they come to know? How did they write it in the Vedas? Those were the rishis who wrote it in the Vedas. So how did they come to know? They did not have a telescope to look.
Because Krishna sent it into their mind.
Okay, Krishna sent into their mind. Anybody else has any other explanation to it? Suppose if I go to suppose Akshita's house, and then I say, you know what, in Akshita's house there is a sofa in the hall, there is a Krishna painting, there is a beautiful altar, and there is a TV over here. I know the exact positions of Akshita's house. It can only happen if I personally go and visit Akshita's house, right?
Yeah.
Is that true? Right? That means when I go personally and see it, only then I can know the exact details. So on this line, what do you feel? How did this Rishi, Munis, or how did these sages come to know about the exact arrangement of the stars and the constellation? What do you feel it is?
And mystic powers.
Mystic powers, okay.
It's because Vyasadeva is actually a form of Krishna, so he knew it because
Makes sense. You know what? Because see, as I went to Akshita's house personally, and only then I came to know. Similarly, these sages, though they were living on this Earth planet, they had such a
told me that they were able to go to other planets.
Yes, they were able to go to other planets. They had ways and means by which they could leave their body, the physical body on Earth, and they could travel mentally, they could travel to large number of distances. And they could physically and they could mentally be present over there, and then they could come. Some of them, like Narad Muni, he can move in each and every planet, he can go anywhere and everywhere. So these are the mystic powers which everybody had in the ancient times because of their tapasya, or because of their the devotion which they had. So now when we are talking about aliens, we will talk something related to it. So we should not always anytime say that, okay, you know what, nobody can go from planet to planet. There are ancient scriptures which tell that they can go. Human being does not have that ability right now, that he cannot go, because we do not have that much of devotion, we do not have that much of practices, and that is the reason we are not in that state right now. Now, when we are talking, yes?
Do people have artificial communication that can...
Yeah, we are going to come to, yes. Yeah, very nice. Suraj, hold on to that thought, because we are going to come to that slide also, okay? Very nice question. Thank you, Suraj. Okay, so now what last time also we feel, right, that there are many people who have had experiences with this extraterrestrial beings. Now we are going to have this divided into two parts. That means people who are in this world right now have also seen what that they must have encountered with an extraterrestrial life or an alien, and they have also described how the aliens look. We have seen so many movies, right? How many have you seen movies of aliens? Do they look something like that?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Do they look something like that?
Mataji, your picture is the full screen and the slide is small.
Can you all see this?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, so then there was a person who was working in his farm, okay, and he had a big lavender garden, lavender farm, he was working in there. And what happened was, he saw that, once you answer, then you can mute yourself so there is no disturbance, okay? And then he saw that there were two human-like forms, like humanoid aliens, who came from a UFO. Who knows what's the full form of an UFO?
Spacecraft.
Yes.
Unidentified flying object.
Unidentified flying object.
Very good. It's an unidentified, and yesterday Preethi, Vlisani, Mataji also told you extraterrestrial, right? So these extraterrestrial beings who are come from the flying objects. See, over here itself we know that means they are going to fly. That means they are going to come somewhere from out. Okay, so this farmer, he saw that there were some people who came down. They were not very tall. They were a little bit smaller in structure. And when he saw them, he saw that they had flat eyes, like pointed eyes, pointed nose, a chin which was sharp chin, and he could tell this description to the people over there that I saw these people who came down. And what did they do? We have always time and again seen that these aliens do invade the earth, and they try to find out more about the life on earth. In our last class, what did we see? That they were trying to find about why the earth was so fertile. why there were so plants and why there were so fields, and why is it that earth can grow so much of crops. So they were trying to find the samples of the soil. In our last class we saw that. So these aliens time and again have tried to, just as we are trying to go on Mars, we are trying to go on Moon, they are also trying to come over here. Okay, sometimes only because we do not know things, that does not mean that they do not exist. Many of the people have given their experiences over here, whatever has happened with them. Okay, so see now, these are, there's another example of which again what she saw was that there was an unidentified again object which was moving in the sky, and then they were, see, one night Herman had noticed an unusual pinkish orange pulsating light moving, and he went to the railroad track that passed his home, and he was trying to focus on the light. And what did he see? That these beings were coming down from that spaceship and they were finding something. Okay, they were looking out for something. As he caught the foot of the rail of the track and began to fall, but instead he rose into a blue beam of light and was taken aboard the large disc-shaped craft. You must have seen in those pictures, right? The spaceship, they pour the light and then the person is sucked in. So these sort of experiences are also explained. So this is William Herman, who has explained about what his experiences were. He also felt that these could just come out from the window or from the glass, also they could just pass, just as we feel that ghosts are, right? Do you know what are ghosts? Okay, we'll talk about it later on. Now this was related to the extraterrestrial life which we have seen from our nowadays experiences or from the people who are there now. Now I want you to unmute yourself, and then I need to ask you some things. So these are from the past, wherein everybody says that, oh, you know what, I saw such green objects, I saw someone with a pointed eye. When you are unmute, please try to listen to me. If you are talking to somebody at home, you can mute yourself, okay? So it has like these eyes and this body, this green structured body. But what our scriptures say is that it is not compulsory that this extraterrestrial or this aliens have to be such ugly faces. We have experiences of such beautiful Gandharvas and Apsaras who have been who have been coming to this earth planet from the heavenly planets, and some of them got settled on this planet, and then after their work was done, they again went back to the Indra's palace. Apsaras and Gandharvas have been there. Okay? Any names of any two Apsaras? Anybody can tell me name of any two Apsaras?
Pushpa. Ramba, Menaka, Urvashi.
Urvashi.
Manigriva.
Very good. Very nice. Yes. This is not new to us. Okay? Over here now in the current world, we might feel that, oh, this disc is coming, that is coming. But we have seen that just like there are Gandharvas and Apsaras, there are also Rakshasas also, right? And these all have mystic powers. And these mystic powers, just like these UFOs, they are the discs which are coming. We have a best example of whom? Can you see the slide?
Ravana.
Yes, he was a Rakshasa, right? And look at him. He had an airplane which could fly, just like we have UFOs now, right? The flying discs which are there. So from our ancient times, we know that we had something which could fly in the sky, which could come from one end to the other end, right? And also, just like we see now when we see some aliens, what do we see? They have so many eyes. have so many eyes, have so many nose. Just like that, I know, Asashu. Just like that, Ravana had so many heads. How many heads did Ravana have?
10.
Yes. So then, if he had 10 heads, that means how many hands did he have?
20.
Right. So that means this is not new for us, right? We have already seen. That is the reason you should know your scriptures very well.
Mataji,
Yes, sir.
if Ravan has 20 hands, why doesn't he have 20 legs too?
Yes, he gets separated. He will have 20 legs also. But if he has 20 legs, how will he walk, right? Which leg will he put first and which leg will he put next? So, for
He can put 10 legs on one for the right leg, and he can put 10 legs for the left leg.
very nice. You know what? I want you to imagine this and draw this and show it to me. Can you do that for me as a homework, Suraj?
Okay.
Yes. Very good, Suraj. Very nice. So you can draw the 10 legs for me. So it will be really a nice imagination.
Mataji,
Yes.
what do we have to do again?
Okay, Suraj wanted to know that how come Ravana does not have 10 legs. So we are going to imagine Ravana has 10 legs and we are also going to draw 10 legs for Ravana. Whoever wants to do that are free to do that as an activity, okay?
Mataji, I didn't say 20. I didn't say 10 legs. I said 20 legs.
Yes, 10 legs on one side and 10 legs on the other side. Is it okay?
Mataji,
Yes.
can anybody draw?
Yes, anybody can draw. That would be so nice, right? You can even draw a flying disc in which Ravana is there. That would be such a nice activity.
Okay,
Right?
Mataji.
You draw the whole body of Ravana. Yeah, you know what? You can draw a UFO, which is of the current age, around disc or whatever you want, alien also you can draw. And on the other hand, you can draw Ravana and his mystic powers. That means his flying aeroplane and his hands and legs, whatever you want. That would be really nice. Thank you, sir.
Can we draw his whole body?
Yes, you can.
Mataji,
Yes.
doesn't Ravana ride a Pushpaka Vivan?
Yes, he rides a Pushpak Viman, and that is right. See over here, that's what we've shown. Are you seeing the slides? Can you see them?
Yeah.
Okay. That means, see, these Rakshasas also had mystic powers. Okay? Now, this was again according to our ancient books which we see. And now, if we go to the current books, we see that there are some yogis who can meditate and tell you. Sometimes, there are people who can read your mind. There are some people who are into yogasana such a level. I haven't seen personally, but they say that the Hatha Yoga is so powerful that you can elevate yourself. Okay? There are types of yogas, and in that you can even stay without food for a longer time. So these are all these siddhis which these mystic people have. And these are not far away. These are still on earth. In Himalayas, if you go, there are so many saints and there are so many sages. At the very minus temperatures also, they are just in a piece of cloth. That means they increase their sadhana in such a way that they increase their body temperatures, which can accommodate to whatever conditions they are living into. Okay? And it is not possible for each and every person. If I do not get food for one day, I will be hungry. How many of you will be hungry if you do not get food for one day?
Akshita,
Yes.
Govinda, Jay, Arush.
Yes. Me too. That your moms are home. I hope. Yes, I see so many good things which are prepared, right? Yes. So now there is another thing. See, when these yogis. Okay, now you can mute yourself and listen, okay? Now when we are talking about this extraterrestrial beings or life on other planets, remember in our scriptures itself it said that there are many levels of this planet, right? In this, there are also, which is the example you can tell me that he was into his mystic yoga, he was into his practices and then fire started coming out from him.
Hiranyakashipu.
Right? That means there is energy all over the universe. And because of this mystic powers and because of this siddhis, these people can take the energy from the cosmic energy and then they can utilize. See over here you can see that the energy can be flowing through them, and then that is the way also they get their mystic powers. Now sometimes it happens that people can read your mind, okay, and it is a true sense that's called as telepathy. So sometimes there might be these extraterrestrial beings who are on another planet, but they can make contact with you, and these have happened. Just like we have saw about the sages, right? They leave their body down and then they can go into the sky and then they can go into the other planets and they can roam over there and find things and come back. So this is not very new to us. This is our ancient science, but only the UFO and the unidentified disc are just covering it up with all the modern science. If somebody tells you this, you should tell them the scriptures, that you know what, in my scriptures I have already learned that, I've already seen that. So you need to know your scriptures very well. Now just this is from your recent times which I have pictured out over here, that aliens, when you have movies of aliens, what you have, see someone like this. This is Toby, right, from your Harry Potter. This is Toby. Somebody can...
Yes, Toby.
Yes. So see, his ears are different, his eyes are different.
Yes, from Harry Potter.
Yes. Now see, now this is there, he has 3 eyes. And now do you know of, in our scriptures, of anybody having power when they can have 3 heads? And you know about Brahma, right?
Brahma. Yes.
So the Brahma which is there in our planet has 3 heads and 2 eyes. But does that mean all the Brahmas are one and the same?
No.
No. What is the difference?
Because one of them has 4 heads.
Yes, right. Brahma has many heads also. Oh my goodness, it's 5 o'clock, huh? Damodar will be coming.
Mataji, I know who has 3 heads.
Okay, who has?
Dattatreya.
Yes, very nice, very nice. Okay, you know what? I think we will just do till this part now, and the next part we will have next class do about it. So we'll just finish with this. Okay, because it's 5 o'clock. I think the Damodar groups are already here. Damodar group kids. So today we just did half of what we were expected to do, because there's so much of interactions and so much of talking in this. So we'll continue with this the next part. Okay. So everybody's understood what we have done till now. We're talking about the extraterrestrial life, and we are talking about the ancient times and the now times also. Everybody's understood what we are doing?
Yes, Mataji. Yes,
We'll end the call now. Vancha
Vishnu Vrinda ki jai.